ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our last IHS for 1989. Come on, we need a big round of applause. It's a big night. Did you all get your Christmas cake? Well, I hope you enjoy it. We all wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. And it's not too early because I've already started getting Christmas cards. I don't know about you. It's been wonderful. We've got 3 great presentations for you tonight and lots of very, very talented hairdressers. First of all, we have 7 hairdressers who are going to do some work for you on stage tonight, showing you what's happening in their salons. We're going to have a little bit of a chat with them and hopefully get to know them a little bit better and get to know about what's happening as far as hair in 1989, 1990. Followed by that, which should take us about half an hour, we have a presentation by Melbourne Hair Design. And Melbourne Hair Design is brought to you by the VIC036 organisation, and if there was any indication of what I saw at rehearsals, it's going to be a fantastic show. And our finale for tonight is brought to you by Rudy Marie Hair Design, and that also is going to be really fun. And we've got a bit of a surprise for you tonight, and don't forget it is party night, so we'd like you to sort of stay on at the end of the night and make it a real big party night. At this stage, I'd like to introduce you to your co-host tonight, and that's Alfredo Santo. Is Alfredo there? Oh, he's probably getting things ready. Oh, he's trying to find his way. Hi. And we're having microphone trouble. Microphone problems. That's you. Yes, it's all that electricity that you're giving out. So how's everything going backstage, Alfredo?
Would you believe they're all nervous? I don't know why they're nervous, but anyway, they're all organised and looking forward to come up and working for you.
Great. And also, before we start our night, for those of you who have received our November newsletter, you'll notice that on the back you've got your calendar for 1990. It gives you all the dates there for 1990, and they will be held here at the Palace again. And we're looking forward. We've already planned lots of things for 1990. It's going to be very exciting. We did this last week, and we've got some really good surprises for you in 1990. I love the start of the decade. I remember the 70s. It was really great. All right, the people we've got for our first presentation tonight are from Head's Hair Studio, Colin Hanson, Michelle Cara, and Paul Tembazi. From Tremaine Hairdressing, we have Adamine Breeze. From the Pivot Point College, we have Georgina Pepper and Sonia Petruccelli. From the Melbourne Hair Design, we have Nicholas Butelin. And from Rudy Marie Hair Design, we have Brian Kidd. And you'll get to meet all these people in just one moment, as long as you give them a big round of applause. Come on, everybody. A nice big round of applause for these wonderful people. If we can have the curtains open, please. And we can start talking to some of these people. Okay, and Adamine, if you'd like to take one of the seats at the front, Colin, at the front, and Michelle. And all these hairdressers have put a lot of work into their presentation tonight. If we can have a little bit of music there, I'll just give you a couple of minutes for them to get organised. Then we're going to have a chat with them and find out what they're doing and find out a little bit more about them. Okay, let you get started. A good round of applause so they can really get started. Come on! How would you like to be up here? And if you would, come and see me.
I think the best thing about demonstrations like this is that we can see work that's been done in the salon, and not only haircuts, but hair being worked up and dressed out, which is very much commercial work, and also slightly avant-garde as well. And I think that's what we really want to see, isn't it?
Thank you, Alfredo. Okay, let's start finding out who's who. I've mentioned the names, so let's put a few faces to these. And first of all, Paul Tembazi, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Would you like to give us a few words on what you plan on doing tonight?
Sure. I'm leaving the back heavy and towards the front, graduating the hair and leaving it very soft, and also around the front area here, very wispy.
I notice your model's got really long hair. Is he going to maintain a long look?
Yes, it is. Just leaving it very natural and just very loose.
Hair naturally wavy, or is it permed hair?
No, it's naturally wavy and also straight in some areas.
Oh, right. So it'll be very interesting to see what the outcome of it is. Are you going to go for a round shape or a square shape?
More of a round shape.
More of a rounded shape. Okay, let's get going there, and we'll come back to you. Okay, Sonia Petruccelli.
Good evening, everyone. What we've done here on Katrina is we've put a slight Vavoom perm in on the crown area to give it a lot of maximum volume. A combination of increased layering and a multiple stationary design line with a decrease in the crown area to really build up that weight in that interior. The outline has been tapered, a strand taper effect used with a razor. In the front, to give that maximum length, what I've done is used a shifted distribution to increase the length around the facial area and really tapered with a razor effect. The colour that we used here tonight was a matrix colour, and it was a number 1.
Thank you, Sonia. I'd just like to say that you've got another 1 or 2 models that you're going to be doing. Yes, you have got some more models. So you're going to, in 20 minutes, you're going to really show us some looks. Is there anything about the looks that you'll be doing tonight that's sort of common throughout?
Tonight, the lines that I've used is more on a 70s feeling, giving a lot of volume. The last few months we've been working on 60s hair designs, which have been a lot more flatter, and what we're introducing now and the direction that the hair is moving is a lot more volume in that crown area.
And I notice the colours are looking very vibrant, if to say the least, and I see that there is sort of a variation of colour within the same colour. Would you like to sort of talk about that?
With the colour, what we used was we tend to work on more of a block colour, and we used the matrix, which was the number 1, which is a black with 20 volume, just to give it that gloss and that depth in the hairstyle.
Thank you very much. Oh, we've got a latecomer. What happened to you? You were at the bar when we were looking for you. Okay, this is Nicholas, everybody. And I'll just give Nicholas a couple of minutes to sort of get himself together, and then I'll come back to you. Georgina Pepper, how are you? And welcome to IHS. It's the first time, I believe, that you're up here for us. Thank you. And perhaps a little bit of a talk about the feeling that you're trying to portray for us tonight.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Tonight, basically, for something really short and soft. The technique that I have used is a decrease line, taking vertical sections throughout the whole haircut. Basically, what I wanted to achieve was a lot of softness around the neckline and around the face. And it basically leaves a lot of length around the top. So I've got a lot more volume around the top area, which creates a lot more volume. I went through I sculpted the haircut with my tapering shears, taking fairly fine sections, and I did a strand taper. So basically I had a lot more mobility within the hair, which created a lot more volume then again. With the colour, I used a WG6 and gold intensifier because I wanted a really nice golden hazelnut colour. It came up very nice. It's nice and shiny and glossy, and that's about it.
And you're also going to show us a few looks. Is there some common denominator that you like?
I like strength in all hair cutting. Nice, strong haircuts.
And obviously the colour, but just looking complements that. Okay, I'll let you keep going. And okay, Nick, I'll come to you because I had it all organised. I was sort of going to be going in order, and you're doing a haircut, obviously, which is something you'd like to say about it?
I'm doing a nice graduated haircut here, leaving more weight up at the crown area. And I've used the I.H.S colour here, and mainly leaving a lot of weight on the interior of the head and just gradually shorter down at the nape part of the head.
I noticed with the colour, Nick, that there's variations in the colour. With the highlights, there were 4 highlights, and then did you put a colour all over?
It was just mainly all foil highlights, using mainly in the red shades of I.H.S colours, and very, very fine foil highlights.
Oh, it looks lovely. Seeing you started late will get you going. Okay, we're just checking on the sound and everything seems to be going all right, so it must be me tonight. Okay, Michelle, how are you? Michelle is from Heads in Box Hill, and we'll just change the mode of talking now. Rather than ask you what you're doing, what I'd like to ask you is what you feel about hair for 1990.
Well, I think that it's great that all of our ladies are finally having their hair cut off again, and I really feel that we're going into some really great feminine looks with some beautiful hair colouring techniques being done, and especially I think using our warm browns and staying on the same base, our same overtones, but then different base shades shading through the hair, which I think is great. And but still some strength there as well.
Yes, so as long it's feminine, but there's still very strong looks in the haircuts. Also, I've noticed with all the models that they're doing tonight, that the hair colours are very, very strong, and I think it's indicative of what's actually happening in the salons. I think our clients today want a strong colour, not necessarily multicolour, but a sort of a strong, basic sort of colour overtone. And the shape that you're doing tonight, I noticed that you're doing a lot of vertical layering. You're feeling that with the looks today that is prerequisite.
I really think that the softness around the neck created by vertical layering is where we're going. I mean, that softness falling towards the chin, the jawline, is so much nicer than just shaving the old hairline off, which we've been doing for ages. So it's great.
And has your model got, I noticed there's a little bit of a wave there, is it natural?
Yes, it is, but I'll be straightening that out anyway. She'll be doing herself, so it's great.
So you're placing a little bit of importance on the actual styling of it once it's finished?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's another thing too. Like all of our clients haven't got the perfect hair, but in teaching them how to style their hair, how to look after their style, and I think that that's where we can become very professional again in our backup of our hair cutting techniques.
Great, thank you very much, Michelle. Adamine is from Tremaine Hairdressing, and Adamine's doing something a little bit different for us, which is great to see. And would you like to explain the technique that you're using?
Yeah. We're doing Ria's hair tonight, which is just a bob, and we're doing a fair few of these in the salon. It's actually pipe cleaners with hair wrapped around them, and we'll be doing something interesting and giving a short hair look, a long hair look.
Okay, so really you can sort of make a basic bob look a little bit different, and what they actually are is pipe cleaners, and it's natural hair, human hair, wrapped around. And do you actually fuse the end? You super glue the ends, and I believe that takes a long time to do those. How long would it take you to do one of those?
Probably to do them very well, about 20 minutes.
So it takes about 20 minutes each to do them. And the overall effect is sort of going to be a sort of more avant-garde type look. Great. Well, I'll be very interested to see how we turn out here. It's looking great. Colin. How are you, Colin?
Very well, thanks, Aldo. What I'm demonstrating tonight is a very versatile look of trying to get colour work back into the salon and make it exciting. This haircut that I'm working on has been shaded, which is, I feel, a very strong way of colouring in the 90s. What we're working with is basically still a very, very soft feathery line, working with lots of very small wispy pieces to purely give it a very soft effect within a strong haircut. But the biggest emphasis is the colour shading, which I feel is a direction we're moving into. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Colin. I might like to ask you a few questions. Seeing you took the microphone away and you thought, oh, this is great, I'm going to get away with this. Doesn't work with me, you should know that by now. Oh. Just take it easy then. Okay. What sort of colours have you used on your model?
Basically what we've done around the lower perimeter area, we've worked with a 311O with a little bit of bleach in there just to give it that little bit more kick, blending through into a 7.4 and then going into a 6.4, which is just to create the depth through the crown, which again is, I feel, a slightly different area because we usually work with a lighter area through the top, working into a darker area through the base area. But I think working with the blonde adds softness onto the face. Through the wispy areas we've left those long and added some black just to give them a little bit more strength in the shape itself.
Colin, do you find it hard when you're on stage here and having to pre-colour the hair to the style that you envisage?
I do. I find ideally it's great to be able to colour a haircut after the cut's being done because you know what's happening. But also it does add a bit of excitement because as you're cutting into it, you're bringing out colours and texture into the hair, which can be quite exciting.
Right. I find it takes a lot of skill to actually pre-colour the hair before you cut it, and I mean, I do a lot of shows myself and seminars, and it's one of the hardest things to achieve, pre-colouring the hair, and sort of, you know, checking out that style, because it's sort of you're not able to change that style really once you've cut it, because the style has to be there and it has to end up, because when we're doing a haircut, normally we can sort of go around and change it and do different things to it because we're going to colour it after. But when you've pre-coloured it, you really have to stick to what you're doing. So keep going and we'll check on it. Well, don't you think that their explanations were great? Yes, nice round of applause now. And we're just going to let them do their work and finish off what they're doing, and you'll see them finished. Well, I missed somebody, didn't I, as I was going through, and he's had plenty of time to really do lots of work. You thought you were going to be left out, didn't you? And I did it on purpose, because you were so intense there in what you were doing, Brian. Now, do you want to talk about your haircut?
Okay, so what we're doing here is
taking the back really short and taking all your sections vertical, just to give it a nice round shape. Leaving the top pretty heavy through the top and working it all forward onto the face, leaving the sides a lot longer than the back is.
I'm sure everybody understood every word that you said. What accent is that? Where are you from?
Scotland.
You're from Scotland. Yeah, good on the Scotland. Okay, let me explain what Brian was saying. But you're going to screw me then. Okay, he's going to go in for a nice, it'll be nice and cool. He's going to go in for a nice rounded shape at the back, taking up it at the back, and leaving it longer at the front, leaving it fairly soft and round through the ear, and leaving the length as it comes onto the face line, heavy in the top area, and texturing it a little as you go along. That's great. Now, how long have you been in Australia?
7 months.
Been here 7 months. And where did you work in Scotland?
Just outside Edinburgh.
Okay. And what's your feeling about hair that's happening at the moment?
I think the hair is a lot softer and more natural now. Nice shiny colours are coming back, which is good.
Nice, soft, sort of very natural hair, very shiny hair. And what about hair colour? Are you into hair colour?
Yep. What I find now is people are going for more all-over colours instead of going away from the highlights.
Yeah, so it's more sort of all over one shade, even though if you do variations of shade, it's all within the same shade, which is great. And no more the sort of bleach blonde highlights. No, I agree with you. Okay, keep going. Thank you. And a nice round of applause from Brian from Scotland. Okay, Sonia, it's your turn again. like to talk to you about this very interesting look that you've created for us.
Here on my model, what we've done is we've pre-lightened Angela's hair with So White and Light and 10 Vol, and then we placed a toner on it. We placed A11 with 10 Vol, and we brought it down as light as possible. And then here on the front, what I've done is I've hand crocheted each individual piece, and this is the effect that you get. It's quite flat, and then I've stiffened it up quite a bit, right, so I get that volume in it. What I've done is with this hairpiece, I've blended in with Angela's hair, so there's a two-tone effect in the nape area. Just around the sides here, what I've done is just raised it to make it blend a lot more.
Perhaps we might get your model to stand so that we can actually see the two-tone effect. I'll leave that on. Just perhaps if you'd like to stand. And the actual colour that you did at the back, was it the highlights or?
It was a full colour that.
It is working. Okay, and soon we've got another look for you, Georgina. We'll have a bit of a chat with you. Tell us a little bit about the actual structure of the haircut.
Right through this haircut tonight, I have used a pivot point razor comb, taking vertical sections right around to the mid-ear and just scooping it out very gently with very light pressure, so I got a
Yeah. Yes, it's just this. I think we're having a few problems with just the way we're sort of connecting, because we've got a lot of things happening backstage tonight, and I think that's having a little bit of interference with the microphone. But keep going, and we will bear with it.
Thank you. So basically with this haircut, with the length that I had, I wanted to keep a very tendrily effect down near the nape area, so I was looking more for a 70s sculptured design. I took sections through the front and scooped it out from the underneath, so therefore we wouldn't have any short little bits up the top of the layers. From the mid-ear front section, I pulled it back and scooped it very sharp forward with the razor comb. Also with this design, what I've done is I have set it in really large rollers, because it was really the best way to maintain a lot of wave movement. And as you can see, we've created a lot more volume through the crest area of the head, and around near the nape it is very just loose and natural. Thank you. Also, with the colour, I have used a R7 and 20 volt to the roots, took it through to the ends for 20 minutes. I rinsed that off, and then I used the prisms and I mixed half dark auburn and half violet. So I've got a very strong rich red underbase, and with the top coat I've put the violet, so we've got a very strong violet red. Thank you.
Is the hair, for you to set it, was it very straight hair?
No, actually it had a lot of wave movement. That's why I did set it also, because it really did have too much for what I really wanted to achieve.
So you actually set it basically to sort of straighten it out a little bit, wasn't it?
Yes, and also to give it a lot more bigger waves. So it looks very natural and it gives that style of the 70s.
And when you set it, the actual tendrily bits at the front, did you set those as well?
Yes, I did. From the media section to the back, I actually put the rollers and wound them up. With the ones in the front, I actually just wound them down and around the face, so I got a really nice kicking movement.
Oh, it's very lovely. Thank you very much.
Check. Well, we can see now that everyone's sort of finishing off their haircuts and their looks, and I think at this stage we should give them a round of applause just to encourage them. What do you think? Great.
while we're finishing off here, I'd just like to take this opportunity to introduce to some of you, or reintroduce to a face that's very well known in the hairdressing industry, and that is the face of Madame Cloris Ignace. And Madame has a very, very important announcement that she'd like to make tonight, and it's regarding an opportunity for hairdressers in our industry for 1990 to perhaps achieve something that they've been aiming for a long, long time. And I'm very excited about what she has to say tonight, and I hope that you'll pay attention and listen, because you'll find it very exciting. Madam, it's all yours.
Thank you. I'd just like to say that I'm putting forth a competition next year for the juniors of Australia, and I feel very excited because I feel that I can put something back to the industry that I have taken out of it or had from it through the years that I've been in it. This competition is for juniors or for apprentices and students who have not finished their training by May the 20th of next year. The competition will be hairstyling, hair colouring, permanent waving, men's hair shaping and colour, and long hair comb-up. And the aggregate marks from each state will come to represent the states in Melbourne on the 20th of May. The prize will be for two, the first and second in the Australian Championships, and the prize will be $1,000 to each of the winners, plus 4 weeks of educational tour through Europe. I will be escorting them. They will participate or look at the competition, the World Championships in Rotterdam. Then they will view the Salon 90 in London, and they will attend seminars and the 2 gala dinners. They will then go to 1 week in Sassoons in London, followed by 5 days guests of L'Oreal in Paris, and 5 days guests of Schwarzkopf in Hamburg, and then come back to Australia. Don't you think it's a worthwhile opportunity? So we want the competitors. You will be receiving more knowledge of this early part of the new year, and we want the competitors to join together in competition work. Thank you.
I'm sure we're going to have a lot of takers for this competition, and this is a very, very big gesture by this very important lady in our industry, and it gives me pleasure to have been associated with you in the pre-planning of this competition, and I can only say that it comes from the heart, and 2 very lucky people are going to get this opportunity of a lifetime to get this trip to these wonderful places, London, Germany, France, and Holland. And also, on top of that, they're going to have $1,000 spending money. I'd just like to say that in total, Cloris's contribution for 1990 looks to be round about $30,000. And I think that that really deserves a round of applause. And I believe that the winner, hopefully, will come from Victoria. Hopefully will come from Victoria. And I urge you, if you are apprentices and students, please enter, because you might be the one that will be taking this opportunity to go on this marvellous educational tour with Cloris. And believe me, I go every year, and I come back every year just with much more knowledge. And I wish that when I was an apprentice that somebody gave me that opportunity, because I didn't get it until I could pay for it for myself. So think about it, and I'm sure that you're going to have lots of competitors, Cloris, and it's going to be a very wonderful competition. The date for the finals, don't forget, the finals are here in Melbourne on the 20th of May, and we will be letting you know when we will be holding our Victorian state competitions on the brochure that will be brought out early next year. And if you have any inquiries regarding that, do not hesitate to contact your IHS committee. We'd only be too happy to let you know where and when and what the procedure is as far as entering the competition. Once again, big round of applause, and we'd like to thank you, and I'm sure that in February we'll have an update on the competition. Thank you, Cloris. Okay, now a big round of applause for their completed looks. And what we're going to do now is going to let you appreciate the looks that have happened tonight. And if we can have some really nice music, we're going to have a really nice parade of each of the models. And we'd like to start off with Michelle's model. And thank you very much. Everyone, round of applause for Michelle's model. Looks absolutely beautiful. Nice shiny colour, very soft, with lots of shape and strong. Now we have Paul's model. Nice rounded shape at the back, very, very soft front, coming forward. Lots of texture, nice solid colour with lots of shine. Colin's model, nice variation of colour, light underneath with stronger colour on top. Again, really soft, very, very natural look. And from Georgina, we have her lovely 3 models that she presented for us tonight in her 70s look. And we'd like to say that tonight they'd like to thank Cherry Lane for supplying the outfits. and Cherry Lane, we'd like to thank you. And from Sonia's Models, also from the Pivot Point, clothes again by Cherry Lane, beautiful variations of looks, nice crown height with soft fronts and a nice avant-garde style with beautiful light blonde colouring, suits the black beautifully. Then we're going for the 60s and 70s revival, looks really great with the outfits to match. Okay, and now we have Nick's model, and it's beautiful haircut, nice short, very, very soft around the edges, nice vertical layering, complemented by really nice deep copper colour, and looks really lovely. Thank you very much, Nick. And from Adamine, nice sort of gala look, and beautifully done. Lots of work went into that. Don't forget, every piece that went into the top part took 20 minutes. So the pre-work on that, together with the work that was done here tonight, is a lot of work and a beautiful look for someone who's going somewhere special. And it's simplicity, but at the same time very, very stunning. And now we have, last but not least, a nice long, soft, beautiful look by Paul. And keeping the layers long and heavier at the back. And I think you've seen tonight, one more round, all the girls just very, very quickly, one at a time. A nice big round of applause. Okay, keep going, you're leading the way. That's great, wonderful. And really appreciate the beautiful looks that have been done for you. It's always very hard when we ask our hairdressers to actually do work in front of their peers and to see the excellent work that's portrayed. It really makes you feel great. And this is the wonderful work that's happening in our salons at the moment. And I think it's just wonderful. Okay, nice big round of applause now. And for our presenters, if you'd all like to come forward, please. And these are the wonderful hairdressers that put it all together for you. And we have Sonia, Georgina, and Michelle, and Colin, and Brian, and Nick, and Paul, Adamine. And what we'd like to do at this stage, Alfredo's got the certificates, and this is our certificate that we give our presenters who do work for us on stage. And Paul, I'd like to thank you very much, and I hope that you have pleasure in putting that in your salon. Adamine, thank you very much for a job well done. Georgina, that's for you. We thank you very much. And we have Sonia, also from Pivot Point. Thank you very much. Brian, there we are, Brian. Thank you very much, and that's your first time up on the IHS stage as well. And Michelle from Heads. And we have Nicholas. Nicholas, thank you very much. And last but not least, we have Colin. Colin, come here. Colin doesn't get a certificate tonight because he wasn't going to do anything tonight. And he came up at the last minute and said, I want to do a haircut. And I said, well, fair enough, but I didn't bring you a certificate. But it gives me an opportunity of bringing Colin ahead tonight and just pointing out that Colin has recently been appointed on the IHS committee, and we're very pleased to have you. And I'm sure that you'll be seeing lots of Colin, and thank you very much. Thank you, models, and thank you, hairdressers. And I think at this stage, if we can have the curtains closed, the front curtains closed. And I might take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about something that's happening here next Monday night. And at the front, you'll see one of these little brochures if you'd like to pick one up on the way. And it's by Elite Cosmetics Hair Supply, Proprietary Limited, South Yarra, Hairdressing Supplies, and West Coast Hair and Beauty Supplies. And they're having their party night here next Monday here at the Palace. and it's $15 if you'd like to come, and it's just going to be a real fun night with lots of bands and floor shows, and there's beer, wine, soft drinks, light snacks, all for $15. I'm going to be here, so I hope that you'll pick up one of these little brochures, and if you haven't got tickets, if you'd like to pick one up from either one of those places that I mentioned. Okay, we have got our second presentation for you tonight, and it's brought to you by Melbourne Hair Design. And at this stage, I'd like to introduce you to Alex. Is Alex there? Let's see if he's there. Is Alex there? Aha, come through, Alex. And I'd like to take this opportunity in letting you know that Alex is our second member who has been appointed on the IHS committee, and we'd like to welcome you on the committee. And please. And we'd also like, if Jan Suckling is in the audience, if she'd like to come up and make herself known. Jan has also been appointed on IHS committee. We've recently had our nominations and elections, and as you can see, I'm still here with you. And we've included a few new faces for you, and I think it's really nice for you to sort of get to know the people that are actually involved in IHS. And I introduce you to Colin and Alex, and of course Jan. And nice big round of applause to Jan, and I'd like to officially welcome you on our committee. So remember the faces. These are the faces. Did I forget anyone? And who else? Oh, yes. And we also have, if Annette Attard is in the audience, would she like to come up, please? And we'd like you to introduce, we have 4 new members for you in 1990. And I haven't forgotten you, Annette. And a nice big round of applause for Annette. And Annette has also been appointed on our IHS committee, and we welcome you officially. And I'm sure we're going to see lots of wonderful things coming from all of you. And we'll see you at the next meeting. Thank you very much. But Alex, who's actually responsible for putting on your next show for you tonight, has got a few words he'd like to say.
Thank you, Aldo. Thank you for all of that. We're Melbourne Hair Design. Oh, Mike's gone. No, I've got it back. We're Melbourne Hair Design. And you're about to see another presentation from us. And why is it always so hot when we have to do our shows? Anyway, tonight, before we go on, I'd just like to say we have a very special show. We've got live music tonight, a band called Mouse, and I'm sure when you see them you'll be amazed. The clothes done by Dome, Ed Bernie from Dome, and hair, obviously Melbourne Hair Design, and makeup Brett Leverborough from Melbourne Hair Design. So please, I hope you appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Alex. If you'd like to sort of make your way backstage, it's just over here. I can see it, just there. Okay. We're going to have a little spot on that curtain so we know exactly where to pull it, I think. All right. Well, you've seen some education, you've seen hair cuts being done, you've seen some styling done on stage, and now for a little bit of showtime and nice, interesting music. Put your hands together, everybody, for Melbourne Hair Design, brought to you by Delva Cadis. Oh! Oh, I think you can do better than that. Did you really get into it? I was looking at a few people there and you were just sitting there. I mean, how could you? The music was just so great. But then I saw the ones that were really bopping on and that was just great. Alex, come up here. What are you doing down there? And yeah, I'm sure that you'd like to thank a few people, in particular our band, who were fantastic.
You better not give me the microphone because I won't get off it. Look, first of all, I'd like to thank the band Mouse. I think they were fantastic. Thank you very, 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 very much. Especially Jalitha and Sean for putting it all together. And Delvicators, of course, sponsored us tonight. Thank you, Delvicators. Okay. Dome Clothing, Emma and Bernie from Dome, Bridge Road, Richmond. They've put together some really nice outfits. And, of course, the fantastic models. How about giving the models a round of applause? Come on, they were great. Can I just say one more?
I believe that you had a couple of models who came all the way from Shepparton, especially to be in the show. Tell us about it.
Actually, yes, although we did, 2 weeks ago we did a seminar in Shepparton, and two of the models there, Christine and Judy, wanted to participate in tonight, and they've come down all the way to Melbourne, 2 hours in the car, to participate in tonight's show, and I'm really proud of them. I think they're fantastic. Thanks, Judy and Christine, and everyone else who participated. Everyone's put a lot of work into it. Thank you very, very much. Shall we? Shall we? All of them? Or? Definitely. Ooh. Brett, could you please come out here? Brett was the one in the long wig, the blonde wig. Nick, also. Mind you, we only had a couple of weeks to put this show together. A week in all, I think. Thanks, Nick. Brett, thank you. Brett did the makeup and the hair. Nick did quite a lot, including hair. Could I have Jalitha and Sean out here, please? Come on. You're welcome. Jalitha and Sean, are they backstage? Jalitha and Sean from the band Mouse, they did all the music. I think we should give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thanks again. I'll put you back to Aldo. Thank you.
Oh, that wasn't too bad. I had to force you to bring them out. Thank you very much, everyone. But before you go, we've got our presentation that we give all the presenters as our plaque. Anyone who does a show for IHS gets a plaque that they can put in their salon or put in their bedroom, wherever they want to put it. And I'm sure that it's not the first one you've got, but you'll be able to, eventually, if you come here often enough, you'll be able to put them on the back wall of the salon. Sounds good. Change all the decor to black and silver. Thank you very much. Okay, if we could have the front curtains closed, thanks. There, we can just like to say a couple of words because we've got our final show for 1989 and it's very energetic, it's very fun, and because it's our party night, everything has to be fun, and that's why we had the band, and we're hoping that you're really going to get into the swing of this so that you can really party on for the rest of the night. But before we get into the last show for the year, I'd just like to say that for those of you who have not read our little brochure in here, in 1990 at IHS we are starting a junior IHS committee. In other words, we want junior hairdressers between the ages of 17 and 21 who would like to be a part of the IHS committee. We are forming a special committee called the Junior IHS Committee, and what they will be doing is they will be assisting the senior committee on nights like tonight. They'll also have opportunities to be involved in IHS and to see how IHS runs, and eventually, hopefully, they'll be able to come onto the senior committee. So we're looking for hairdressers who are interested. You have to be between 17 and 21. And if you'd like to be on the IHS Junior Committee, please contact Carmelina Pugliese, who is around somewhere. She's usually at the front. Or contact myself or any member of the IHS committee and we will give you her phone number. It's going to be a very exciting year for IHS next year. We've got lots of things happening, new committees happening, new faces, new shows, and lots of very interesting things happening on our show nights. So we're looking way ahead. And I can't tell you too much, but it's going to be fantastic. Okay, the last show for 1989 is brought to you by Rudy Marie Hair Design. Put your hands together, everybody, for Rudy Marie Hair Design.
Oh, my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh, my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. You knew me not, me knew you not, but we wrote. We wrote, we still write, and we read. Now time has come for you to see my paradise. It will be a pleasure for me to introduce you. Oh, my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh, my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. You will have opportunity eat bread more room. You will sleep in a cupboard masonated room. During your stay I will take you to Chamarel. There you will contemplate seven colored earths. Oh, my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh, my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Of that ou bistrou de douce trous serve Grand Basin Lake. Siflik and flacket cake, pigeon and chili cakes. Succulent meals are appetizing local foods. Eat tout fait ravit, patol fried and kite pengai. Oh, my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh, my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Cause hey, batelaba, doneva pa. Donli, uleli jamon, koze mobi, donli tumon, uleli jamon, batelija, koze, uleli jir. You will surely be enchanted in Sega dance, on lovely beaches under shadow of Filao. Will you drink banging gajak tang and sosta crab? Many things else my pen unable to describe. Oh, my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh, my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very
vie de grâce, ma petite Jean-Robert Coq terrasse, mon boussac, à Tiakas, mon Siapas, mon Latas, mon Tiatas, en Potomaï. Moi trempé, mon fouetté, décraché, s'abonner, mon rincé, mon fouetté, rincé, mon méplé, mon percé, mon médecin, pour la rivière. Moi de vie de grâce, ma petite Jean-Robert Coq terrasse, mon boussac, à Tiakas, mon Siapas, mon Latas, mon Tiatas, en Potomaï. Moi trempé, mon fouetté, décraché, s'abonner, mon rincé, mon fouetté, rincé, mon méplé, mon percé, mon médecin, pour la rivière. De moi félicitations, mon fier. Ça donne encore beaucoup plus courage pour qui m'a fait mon ouvrage. Mais et puis on dit dans tout ça là, ils de moi félicitations, mon fier. Ça donne encore beaucoup plus courage pour qui m'a fait mon ouvrage. Mais tous les jours, ma blanchissée, avec des ballonnaises, la rivière, mon gros tante, mon calpa, mon casse-piante, mon savon, carré blé, en Potomaï. Quand on va manger, moi mener, mon shopping, tu fais pas manquer, pas d'hiver, pas n'importe, mon wash-wash, mon ciao-ciao, c'est gros rose, t'as pas mangé. Tous les jours à blanchissée, avec des ballonnaises, la rivière, mon gros temps, mon calpa, mon casse-piante, mon savon, carré blé, en Potomaï. Quand on va manger, moi mener, mon shopping, tu fais pas manquer, pas d'hiver, pas n'importe, mon wash-wash, mon ciao-ciao, c'est gros rose, t'as pas mangé. Vie de grâce, mon petit Jean-Robert Coq terrasse, mon boussac, à Tiakas, mon Siapas, mon Latas, mon Tiatas, en Potomaï. Moi trempé, mon fouetté, décraché, s'abonner, mon rincé, mon fouetté, rincé, mon méplé, mon percé, mon médecin, pour la rivière. Vie de place, ma petite Jean-Robert Coq terrasse, mon boussac, à Tiakas, mon Siapas, mon Latas, mon Tiatas, en Potomaï. Moi trempé, mon fouetté, décraché, s'abonner, mon rincé, mon fouetté, rincé, mon méplé, mon percé, mon médecin, pour la rivière. Il va pas que le mois de vie de glace, ma petite Jean-Robert Coq terrasse, mon boussac, à Tiakas.
Si top 6 est sonné, descend en bas l'île Manon, prends-moi la ligne dans la main, pour moi la peste l'île Manon. Premier poisson mot crossé, deuxième poisson mot crossé, troisième poisson mot crossé, m'autant tu bien lourd dans la main. Monte là-haut débarcadère, aïe au baillant, monsieur baillant. Moi dire moi, monsieur baillant, combien moi donne-moi pour mon poisson. 5 célins, moi donne-toi. 5 célins, moi donne-toi. 5 célins, moi donne-toi. Avec 5 célins de la monnaie. Alicia de moti femme, passe un zip l'eau toi, passe un blouse l'eau toi, te descends en bas la boutique. Mets ta bouteille dans ta tente, mets ta sopine dans ta tente, mets ta bouteille dans ta tente, te descends en bas la boutique. Tout commission toi oublié, tout commission toi oublié, tout commission toi oublié, mon sopine dit ben pas oublié. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Top 6 elle est sonnée, que ça n'emballe le mano. Moi, la ligne dans la main, pour moi, la baisse le mano. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Premier poisson me croisé, deuxième poisson me croisé, troisième poisson me croisé, m'autant tu bien loup dans la main. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Pour là-haut des bocadères, ayo bayan, mi bayan, moi dire moi mi bayan, combien moi donne-moi pour me poser. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Alicia de moti femme, passe un zip l'eau toi, passe un blouse l'eau toi, toi descends en bas la boutique. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Tout commission doit oublier, tout commission doit oublier, tout commission doit oublier, mon sopine dit ben pas oublier. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la lé, oh la et la et la et la la. Badi Ravan, boule, 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 sauve maman, jope, vide, aide-toi, Ovini. Élise mon cerveau, ramasse le paquet pour nous aller, ramasse le paquet. Pangaz tapis nous à couteau. La case mobile, acheter grand dada, la case mobile. Comment toi mon paquet d'obi? Couchou, motan, waya, dans la dentane, couchou. Mais mon corps est dans sa marron dans la dent. Maman, tu dis moi, Élise. Maman, tu viens moi, Élise. Oh, maman, tu dis moi. Ça la case là, Lina, pas bon pour rester. Olé, 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 ola. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, la. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, lé, la, la, la. Olé, 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 la, lé, la, lé, ola. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, la. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, lé, la, la. Élise mon cerveau, ramasse le paquet pour nous aller, ramasse le paquet. Pangaz tapis nous à couteau. Olé, 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 wale, wale, ola. Ola, lé, la, la, la. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, la, la. Olé, 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 la, lé, la, lé, ola. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, la. Ola, lé, la, lé, la, lé, la, la. Paquet, stopé, allez, tiens, famille la bombe. Et toi?
Anani navigué, si Marie-là, tout garder, yo me fait ricogo. Dans dia de beno, mono, danse les gars. De beno, mono, de beno, mono dans ses gars, de beno mono. Dans des mots pour gagner à marrer comme on allait. Pour gagner à marrer, pour gagner à marrer, monsieur, madame. Pour gagner à marrer, la côte à bacana, pas comparé pour moi. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là, la la. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là la. Anani naviguer, et si Marie-là, vous gardez rien, ma série coco. Dans des domaines, mon nom dans ces gars. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là. Abeno mamono, dans ces gars, abeno mamono, dans des mots pour gagner à marrer comme on allait. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là. Le bouquin y a marré, oh ben y a marré, monsieur, madame. Le bouquin y a marré, la côte, la bacana, pas comparé pour moi. Aussi l'allée. Oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là. Aussi l'allée, oh là là, la l'idée, aussi l'allée, oh là là.
Boulevard la Providence, la saison manque bien, pendant que tout le monde y danse, si Marie met son moulure. Boulevard la Providence, la saison manque bien, pendant que tout le monde y danse, si Marie met son moulure. Laisse à ma maman, laisse à ma papa, laisse à moi marier. Laisse à ma maman, laisse à ma papa, laisse à moi marier.
Dimanche grand matin, il passe la rue Dauphine et on enlève son piano, c'est tes compères qui tapent fine. À moi des papa, l'amour il fait mal. Ramène à moi la case au moment. À moi des papa, l'amour il fait mal. Ramène à moi la case au moment. Pardon compère, la pas moins l'auteur. Madeleine la péniga, moi tire pinette dans son côté. Pardon compère, la pas moins l'auteur. Madeleine la péniga, moi tire pinette dans son côté.
Calma pour les doux. Calma pour les doux. Calma pour les doux. Calma pour les doux.
Moi-même Cap Francisco, je travaille à bon bateau. La misère est trop forte, amène à moi dans le port. Moi-même Cap Francisco, je travaille à bon bateau. La misère est trop forte, amène à moi dans le port.
Roulez mon aviron. Courant est trop fort, amène à moi dans le port. Roulez mon aviron. Courant est trop fort, amène à moi dans le port.
Chinois de locomotive, dans son pantalon large, les souffles d'assaut sensible sont les dents, les colères si rases. Chinois de locomotive, dans son pantalon large, les souffles d'assaut sensible sont les dents, les colères si rases.
À moi-même bandit, vagabond paresseux, et sa même petit village est dans moins gros yeux. Et moi-même bandit, vagabond paresseux, et sa même petit village est dans moins gros yeux. Moi-même bandit, vagabond paresseux, et sa même petit village est dans moins gros yeux. Moi-même bandit, vagabond paresseux, et sa même petit village est dans moins gros yeux.
En passant par la fenêtre, un petit coulou la déchire mon culotte. En passant par la fenêtre, un petit coulou la déchire mon culotte. En passant par la fenêtre, un petit coulou la déchire mon culotte. En passant par la fenêtre, un petit coulou la déchire mon culotte. Mettre café dans mon moulin, mon moulin, mon moulin, mon moulin. Mettre café
Oh my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. You knew me not, me knew you not, but we wrote. We wrote, we still write, and we read. Now time has come for you to see my paradise. It will be a pleasure for me to introduce you. Oh my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. You will have opportunity eat bread more room. You will sleep in a good masonated room. During your stay I will take you to Chamarel. There you will contemplate 7 colored earths. Oh my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Hors-tête ou bistrot de 12 trous serve Grand Basin Lake. Siflik and flaky cake, pigeon and chili cakes. Succulent meals, how appetizing local foods. Eat tout-fait ravit, patol fried and kai. Oh my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Cause batela ba, donne-moi pas, donne-li, ouleli jamon, cause mon petit, donne-li tout le monde, ouleli jamon, bateli jam, cause ouleli dear. You will surely be enchanted in Sega dance, on lovely beaches under shadow of Filao. Will you drink bangit, gajak tang and sosta crab? Many things else my pen unable to describe. Oh my dear friend, I'm writing you, inviting you in my island in the sun. Oh my dear friend, take an airplane, so you will taste my Mauritian sugar cane. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. You will have a very pleasant holiday. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody welcomes you. Your visit will be very enthusiastic. Mauritius welcomes you, everybody.
Yes! Oh. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. And Rudy, Patrick, please come forward. Here's the 2 guys. I'm sure you had help as well. Put it together. Another big round of applause. Wasn't it a fabulous finale for 1989? And I'm sure, Rudy, you'd like to say a few words.
Yes. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed our little piece of Mauritius. You probably already gathered we're all Mauritian. Patrick is my cousin, and we got some cousin as well, so it's very much a family affair. So Patrick, thank you very much. And I also would like to thank the dancers, the Tropical, and also Aldo for doing the choreography of all the dancers. Thank you. So a couple of girls that did the hair pieces for us. I'd like to thank Bridget. She's out there somewhere doing the music, and she also did the hair pieces for us. And Dorothy also did the hair pieces. And thank you, and Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, Rudy. Just stay. Alfredo has got a little plaque for you. We would like to thank you, and I'm sure that Alfredo wants to say a few words. When he goes like this, he wants to say a few words.
Thank you, Aldo. Yeah, sure. I just thought it was a wonderful way of finishing off the night. And also, I'd just like to thank the guys for the way they showed us how to have fun with hair. And I think it was fantastic. What do you think? Yeah? Great.
Thank you. And there's a little plaque for you. And Patrick, it's all yours by the looks of it. Okay, thank you very much once again. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. What a wonderful way to end 1989. If you didn't get your Christmas wishes from IHS, which is your Christmas cake on your way in, or if you'd like another piece, I'm sure there's still pieces there. That's our way of thanking you for all your support during 1989. We hope that you really enjoyed the year. We had a fantastic time, and we look forward to a fantastic 1990, and we hope to see you all here for, as I said, bigger and better shows at the Palace. The Starwood Room is open. And I must stress that if you're under 18, you're not allowed in there. But if you're over 18, enjoy the party. It's going to be fabulous fun in there, and it's a brilliant night. And for those of you who'd like to party on, don't forget next Monday night for the party night from the elite and the distributors. Thank you very much. Good night. And Merry Christmas, all of you.